Today, government deliberated on this looming threat and has decided to take additional measures to ensure that our national response is effective, comprehensive, and complete. 1. Government has decided that the coronavirus pandemic be declared a national disaster. This allows government to mobilize resources and take necessary measures in dealing with the pandemic. With immediate effect and for a unified and coordinated effort, I have directed that our national disaster management machinery extend its mandate and focus to dealing with the pandemic, with the Ministry of Health and Child Care as the lead agency. Weekly reports will have to be made to Cabinet. We thank our local, bilateral, international, and multilateral partners for offering a helping hand, including additional funding, training, and upgrading and equipping of designated health facilities for effective response. 2. As already announced, government has curtailed unnecessary travel outside the country, especially to destinations in countries affected by the virus. That position remains in force. Travelers from high-risk countries are encouraged to postpone their travel arrangements to Zimbabwe for the next 30 days, starting from 20th of March 2020. Equally, Zimbabweans are discouraged from traveling to, through, and from high-risk countries during the same period. Non-essential travel must be avoided or discouraged by all of us. 3. While all our major entry points into the country will remain operational, screening, testing, and other World Health Organization recommended measures will be enforced vigorously. All designated small border crossings will stand closed down from now until further notice. 4. Similarly, government is working with World Health Organization guidelines in handling and treating guests from other countries as they come into our country to stay with us. We continue to review this as necessary and strictly on the basis of available scientific evidence and information. Our response will neither be arbitrary nor reckless. To reduce the likelihood of infections and the spread of the coronavirus, government has now put all hospitals and the health facilities on a high alert for COVID-19 kits and other accessories for screening. Handling, testing, and treatment continue to be availed. More isolation and treatment centers are being identified, designated, and equipped appropriately. 6. Government has decided to postpone, curtail, or cancel public events, gatherings, and activities. In that respect, government has postponed the Zimbabwe International Trade Fair, ZITF. All national independence celebrations previously planned and the pending international sporting fixtures until the threat of coronavirus recedes. All these activities will resume as soon as we are satisfied that our nation is no longer at risk. Resources originally earmarked for these events will now be redirected towards strengthening our defenses against the coronavirus and towards drought mitigation. Gatherings of more than 100 people, including those for purposes of worship and weddings, stand suspended for the next 60 days, after which the suspension will be reviewed. We must continue to heighten our vigilance. 7. We must continue to heighten our vigilance, always acting with care, consideration, and compassion. Individuals presenting clinical symptoms of the virus must come forward for tests and attention, including embarking on voluntary social distancing and submitting to all other control measures deemed necessary for the collective good of our country. 8. With immediate effect, all government premises must be equipped for screening procedures. In the same spirit, government encourages businesses and other establishments to do the same, so our response is total and effective. Personal hygiene and the use of alcohol-based sanitizers must be encouraged in all situations. Luckily, we have capacity to manufacture these sanitizers locally. In view of the fact that, number 9, in view of the fact that schools are only 2 weeks away from end of the first term, government has decided to keep them open, with the standard screening precautions being taken daily. Dates for reopening of all schools will be announced, taking into account realities on the ground. 10. A national communication task force on the virus and for disseminating accurate information and raising general national awareness on the pandemic will be immediately constituted. Should the situation escalate, government will not hesitate to take further and even more drastic measures for our common good. Going forward, our monthly national clean-up exercise must henceforth incorporate heightened awareness on the virus, including measures which experts recommend to ensure highest standards of public health. Fellow Zimbabweans, now is the time to show unity and purpose in our nation. We have to reach out to one another in fighting this deadly pandemic. It knows no political party, no ideological boundary, no color, no creed, no nationality. We either unite in fighting it, or it forces us together in shared grief. The choice is that stuck and ours to make. That choice is to be made now while there is still time. I count on you, fellow countrymen, on your support, so we work towards a virus-free Zimbabwe. I thank you and good day. Thank you.